Hello everyone! After watching this selection of videos, you'll definitely think twice before breaking the rules and parking in the wrong place. It's too bad that the protagonists of these videos didn't know about our channel, huh? Check out these hilarious and creative ways to get back at people who can't park. Let's get it on. Parking on the street when there's an angry bull on the loose? Yeah, not the best idea. Did they really think they were safe inside the car? Parking boots are meant to stop cars that have parked poorly from going anywhere, but this driver wasn't having it.
Hey, send me that video. Put a bar.
That's why people who live in the area prefer to park elsewhere. It's a little late for that now, my friend. These drivers had some seriously bad luck, especially the owner of the only car that was affected. What do you do when someone blocks your driveway? This guy's solution is to move the car in a not-so-delicate way.
With the hose through the window. Get the hose either.
Command to Roger, engine 7. Was EMS assigned to box 7170?
You better think twice before blocking access to a hydrant, unless you're cool with driving around without windows for a while. One perk of taking public transport, if you're just a passenger, you won't be stuck footing the bill for any damages. I can just picture the shocked expressions on the owners' faces when they hear the alarm and come out to see what happened to their car. He thought he was the smartest one in the lot when he chose this parking spot. Little did he know, the others just wanted him to learn from his mistake. The guy didn't want to move his boat, so the workers decided to lend him a hand. He's not only looking at a fine, but he'll also have to cough up for the car repairs. Did you know that parking in the wrong spot can make your car magically disappear?
Oh, it's gonna flip. It's gonna roll. Got the wrecker bed lined up. Now they're just gonna pull it off the Civic. Yep. Civic ain't going anywhere now. He's gonna roll the Civic over too. A twofer. All right, got the Civic and the Charger at the same time. I think that's
I have no clue how he managed to squeeze in there, but it's oddly satisfying to watch them tow the car away and serve up some justice. Props to the excavator driver for being super careful with other people's cars. I think the truck driver's mind was somewhere else. He refused to move his car before the work started. I want to see him try it now. The good news is that the unloading was a total success. This parking lot has a rule that only allows you to park in a certain way, but the cop didn't seem to care. Luckily, the person filming had a fake ticket on hand. Now the officer knows how it feels to get fined. The charming narrow streets of Europe are lovely, but they do have a downside that many people overlook.
What?
Sure, the driver will have to foot the bill for the repairs, but it was so satisfying to see him move that scoundrel's car.
哇！啲牛脾氣，即係冇咩牛脾氣嘅，發覺佢。哇！有冇撞到隔離嗰部啊？我咪喺隔離，行頭撞。佢真係寧願自己。
Looks like the cars parked in the designated space were miraculously spared from damage. Amazing, isn't it? Yikes. Not only did this truck driver wreck an expensive car, but he didn't even seem to regret it for a second.
You're pulling the whole car. You're gonna rip off the whole front bumper right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was his last day on the job. Having a cool and expensive car is great, but you still gotta respect the rules, man. If he can afford a fancy car, he can definitely afford to pay the fine, am I right? It's a good thing this was a live broadcast, because now viewers know why you gotta be careful when opening your door in the middle of traffic. The managers had been begging him to stop parking there for ages, but he just wouldn't listen. So they decided to get their message across in a different way. Suddenly, all these cars have become exhibits in an art show called Improper Parking and Its Consequences. Well, the truck driver may have caused a bit of chaos, but hey, at least he's done a solid for everyone behind him. Now there's plenty of room to pass.
Some motherfuckers think it's just cool to park anywhere they want. For instance, this he has 2 bays. We have an idea. Now he can wait for
That's
both of us.
one clear and convincing argument against bad parking. Kudos to you guys. You think you are unlucky? Then think about the owner of this car for a second. When the owner of this car comes out and finds an empty space where his car used to be parked, he might just notice the no parking sign. He parked in the handicapped spot, thinking no one would notice. Lucky for us, the universe has a way of balancing things out. Either fate brought them together or they went to the same terrible driving school. This guy saw someone taking up 2 spots and decided to take matters into his own hands. No, he didn't touch the other car, but he sure did park perfectly. I'd really like to believe that those 2 minutes he saved were actually worth it in the end. They offer a special deal here. Park on the curb, and you'll get a free polish. If there was a wild tractor crossing sign, he might have thought twice before leaving his car on the road. The driver of this vehicle didn't think it could be towed, but the cops took it as a challenge and ended up winning. The girl didn't let him get away with it and landed a punch right to his ego. Need to get the snow off your car in a flash? Call this expert. You should never underestimate workers or get in the way of their job. Trust me, they'll find a way to teach you a lesson. This guy thought he could park on someone else's property without any consequences. Boy, was he wrong. Karma sure works fast. The Chinese are known for their unique and creative solutions to problems, including dealing with drivers who park in the wrong places. That was very eloquent and creative. Now it's up to Lady Luck to decide the fate of this person who parked in the wrong spot. I hope he really enjoyed this parking space because the towing and the aftermath are going to be expensive.
Так хорошо, так хорошо.
Can you believe this guy waited 15 minutes for a parking spot only to have it stolen by a brazen driver? So he decided to teach the Volkswagen owner a lesson before finding another spot. You know those games where you have to move several cars to free up another one? I bet that's what the creators' mornings were like. The owner of this car thought she'd outsmarted the tow truck driver, but he turned out to be a real pro.
Oh, come on, do it the fun way. You might be able to do it.
This whole mess could have been avoided if he had just parked properly in the first place. Aw, how thoughtful. He's packing up someone else's car to make sure it doesn't get damaged during the tow. I'd be willing to bet this car belongs to his most hated neighbor. Probably one of the few times the driver was happy to see his car on a forklift. Sometimes just saying, "Sir, you can't park here," doesn't cut it. That's when tow truck drivers step in as real superheroes and save the day. I know cars aren't living things, but I could have sworn I saw this one shaking with fear.